Okay, looks like I'm live. Yes, I'm live. And this is my favorite part of the day, streaming. So welcome everyone. Today is gonna be a little bit different stream. First, I don't have super huge amount of time, but my internet works. That's the most important part. And we have so much of AI stuff in the last yesterday that I want to check out everything. The question is, so first the question is always everyone's asking, what are you building? I am building here coding school where you can go from complete zero to being really good in Salesforce development. That's what I'm building. I'm also gonna run my next course, 12-week course on Salesforce as soon as I get visa. When it's gonna be, no idea. Yeah, so this is what I'm building. But big news are those things. Look at this. This is this is the biggest news because I'm super excited. If you still don't know, I'm a huge AI fan. Obviously, I have no idea why my stream is not connecting. Oh my god, this is so bad. Okay, let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. So I'm gonna go to my channel here. I'm gonna go live here. Okay, then I'm gonna go to Twitch and I'm gonna go to the stream manager. Where's the stream manager? That's the stream manager. So if you're writing something for me on Twitch, I most likely will be able to read it. And I hope I will be able to read it on YouTube as well. And how are you doing? How are you doing, guys? That's crazy that I'm so excited. I'm so excited to to start the stream. Like, what the hell? I never thought that I will be enjoying streaming so much, but I do. I love it. Streaming is one of the best things that I have ever done. Okay, but anyway, um, AI. Let's check that out. Let's check that out. People are going crazy about two things: about this Sora model by OpenAI and about new Gemini 1.5, which I think. So I read here and there a few things. I think it's gonna be a game changer. I think this year is gonna be finally where AI, all the like all the starting points that we have seen the last time in the last year, where they finally come together, and maybe we're gonna have something really capable this year. Okay, so let's start. Let's look at this. But already look at this. I assume that this is AI generated, but this is already good. Let's have a look. We are teaching AI to understand and simulate the physical world in motion, with the goal of training a model that helps people solve problems that require real-world interactions. Introducing Sora, our text-to-video model. Sora can generate videos up to a minute long while maintaining visual quality and adherence to the user's prompt. Creates realistic and imaginative. Okay, so all videos on this page were generated directly by Sora without modification, and this is quite an interesting part. Illuminati, hi, welcome. Illuminati, are you ever sleeping? Because whenever I do a stream, you're here. Welcome. I'm happy to see you. For some reason, I had in mind that you're from Australia, but you're not, right? Okay, so let's check that out. Look at this. I can't believe that this is AI generated. A stylish woman walks down Tokyo Street. Let me close this thing. Useless. Look at this. I mean, it's... If... I don't know when we're gonna get access to this, or if we ever get the access to it. Even if it's expensive, that's gonna kill those things like raw. For example, one of the biggest problem that I have in YouTube, and this is pain, is searching for the right footage free. Um, there are some videos like this, right? But quite often you want to have some kind of emotion, and you don't really, and you look at those emotions, and if you saw how I think one of the streams um I was doing some editing, and I was searching for a very specific emotion, something like frustrated with the coding, and I could not find it. Could not find it. Um, and this is already good enough. If this is so good, I'm gonna be using it. Look at this. This is this is very impressive because look at this. This is almost like a minute from the movie. How do they do it? Like it's realistic even if you take it just as a photo. This is just insane. I don't know what are they wearing? What is it something like grandma style? And you still can see that it's not perfect, right? You still can see that here's, for example, mustache, here's not, here's some kind of things. So it's clearly AI generated. But it's incredible that they, if that's how it produces video without any modification, that's crazy. Because look, this is not not like 10% or 20 or 30% improvement. It is like 10 times improvement because I think so far the best model was Runway, right? Runway. Do they have an example? Runway. Yeah, this one, but it's usually not as good. Yeah, exactly. So this is the biggest model so far. Like they can do like this small movements and that's it. Or like this something. And it's very clearly you can see how bad it is. You can see that they are moving everywhere. Like you can clearly see that it's not really sophisticated. And this is the best model on the market at this point. But look at this. This is a totally different level. Look at this. This is a totally different level. It's just insane level. Totally different. I bet it's gonna be expensive. So I would be happy if we could test out those things in the 2024. But yeah. Okay, let's read. Today's Sora is becoming available to red teamers to access critical areas for harms or risks. We're also granting access to a number of visual artists, designers, filmmakers to gain feedback on how to advance the model to be most helpful for creative professionals. That's good. We are sharing our research progress early to start working with and getting feedback from people outside of OpenAI to give the public a sense of what AI capabilities are on the horizon. Yeah, this is crazy. Like this is good that they are doing this because you do need to prepare us for those things. It might, for example, for companies who are, if you want to start a company that's, I don't know, um, there was a business where you could um, shoot yourself as an actor in different areas in different way, and then upload it and then sell it as a B-roll or something, and make money with it. Um, this But now this business is gonna be basically down. So if you wanted to start this business, it's good that OpenAI releases those things, because you need to be prepared for that. So you can basically cancel out the business. Look at this. I also heard that Sam Altman, he was doing something on Twitter, like he was replying to people on Twitter. We're gonna check that out as well. Look, it even shows here the reflections. This is incredible. I'm always fascinated by those small details that they pick up. Look at this one. It's clearly that she's looking at some kind of field or something, whereas this is a sky, and this is, you can see here a little bit of red, which means probably kind of sunset or something. And those details, they're just unreal because they do exist, but it's so crazy that AI can basically replicate them. She's looking what? It's probably some kind of factory. But you can clearly see a sky here, and you even get some kind of summer vibes, right? Yeah. If if people gonna be able to do movies with it, imagine how much more entertainment we're gonna get. Basically, we're gonna be drowning in the in the amount of entertainment that we have, like Netflix. Imagine if Netflix would start using those things, and Netflix would be what, um 100 times more content for you to watch. Crazy. That's Netflix already has quite a lot. That looks like Pixar could take this one. This is where you can clearly see that it's AI, which is good. If at some point they're gonna make it so that you can't see AI, that's gonna be scary. But at this point, you can see the unnatural movements here, but still. And here the traffic also quite a bit unnatural. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Oh wow. A lot of them clearly very much generated. That's cute. Sora is able to generate complex scenes with multiple characters, specific types of motion, and accurate details of the subject and background. The model understands not only what user has asked for in the prompt, but also how those things exist in the physical world. Yeah, this is crazy. Ah, look at this. This is already enough for using in YouTube, because usually you don't want to have super sophisticated things, and they're gonna get only better, right? But this is already enough. Look at the shadows from those trees. This is so good. Look, so here's the tree, and here's the shadow. That's crazy. Wow. Ah, that's the video from the start. Oh wow. That was creepy. Look at this. What the hell is that? She has an arm, and then this is clearly her arm, and then her arm turns into the part of the Okay, that's creepy. But the cat. Look at the cat. Don't look at this part. Look at the cat. The cat is quite realistic. The movements are quite realistic. You know what they remind me? They remind me those old movies where all the movements were too quick and they were moving too quick. The same here, right? Ah, this is super realistic. The model has a deep understanding of language, enabling it to accurately interpret prompts and generate compelling characters that express vibrant emotions. Sora can also create multiple shots within a single generated video that accurately persist characters and visual styles. Oh wow. This is just crazy realistic. Wow. Wow. Interesting. The perspective here is a bit odd, right? But still. Look at this. Nice. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited for the entertainment industry. The the amount and the quality. So what happens is that basically developing or shooting a movie was available only for people with no with experience, right? If you need to know a lot of things. You need to understand how to do the camera, actors, and all of that. But now, I mean, when this gonna, let's say, in 2-3 years, shooting a movie will be just a matter of writing a good script, and that's so good because we're gonna remove those hurdles for people to go in, and I'm sure there will be some artists popping up that completely AI. They don't know how to shoot a camera, but they do know how to write really good, sophisticated prompts. It's really awesome. And this is only the first version. I mean, it's gonna get better in the next 5 years. The dogs are cute. Yeah. Okay, we can watch this video endless. The current model has weaknesses. It may struggle with accuracy simulating the physics of a complex scene and may not understand specific instance of a cause and effect. For example, a person might take a bite of a cookie, but afterward the cookie may not have a bite mark. The model may also confuse special details of a prompt, for example, mixing up left and right, and may struggle with preciseness description of events that take place over time, like following a specific camera trajectory. I see. But that's not the biggest. Like, this is the biggest application as of right now. Those type of short movies. This is the biggest application. Weakness. Sorry, sometimes creates physical implausible motion. Well, I mean, he's just running backwards. That's fine. Oh wow, they're multiplying. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Animals or people can spontaneously appear, especially in scenes containing many entities. Okay, that's fine. Wow. An example of inaccurate physics modeling and unnatural object morphing. Yeah, that was actually unexpected. I mean, look at this. Bam. I mean, no, wait. Basketball through hoop then explodes. Okay, so it was intended that it explodes. Okay, so what they want to say that when it explodes, we get a second one here. I see. Nice, 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 nice. Here we go. Where you go? Where you go? Wait, stay. Come on. I want to see. I want to see the continue. What's going on with this chair? Where is it gonna end up? Where is it going? Archaeologists discovered a generic plastic chair in the desert, excavating and distinct with great care. In this example, Sora fails to model the chair as a rigid object, leading to inaccurate physics interaction. Yeah, that's true. But it was fun. Look at this. The chair emerges basically out of nothing, and then the chair has own life. Look at this. Chair basically is like another body here. And I bet it just would continue walking. Nice. That was a strange video. Simulating complex interaction between objects and multiple characters is often challenging for the model, sometimes resulting in humorous generations. Interesting. Safety. Joy, thank you. And quite frankly, I don't care that much about safety, but I bet they already tried to generate Joe Biden or Trump. We'll be taking several important safety steps ahead of making Sora available in OpenAI's products. We are working with red teamers, domain experts in areas like misinformation, hateful content, and bias, who will be advertising testing the model. We are also building tools to help detect misleading content, such as detecting classifiers that can tell when a video was generated by Sora. We plan to introduce C to PA metadata in the future if we deploy the model in the OpenAI product. In addition to us developing new techniques to prepare for deployment, we are leveraging existing safety methods that we built for our products that use DALI 3, which are applicable to Sora as well. Yeah, I think DALI 3 has really good safety systems, so I don't have that much concerns. I'm sure OpenAI will do a good job with these things. For example, once in an OpenAI product, our text classifier will check and reject text input prompts that are in violation of our usage policies, like those that request extreme violence, sexual content, hateful, injury, celebrities, robust image classifier. Okay. We'll be engaging. Yeah, that's exactly. They have like two sides. One side is that checking the prompt itself, but then, except for the prompt, the model itself might generate some BS. So they also need to check the model as well, which I think in that kind of aspect is increasingly more hard than checking prompt. We'll be engaging policymaker indicators and artists around the world to understand their concerns and to identify positive use cases for this new technology. Despite extensive research and testing, we cannot predict all of the beneficial ways people will use our technology, nor all the ways people will abuse it. That's why we believe that learning from real world use is a critical component of creating and releasing increasingly safe AI systems over time. Nice. Wow. Nice. Ah, that's beautiful. That's crazy how accurate it looks. Sora is a diffusion model which generates a video by starting off with one that looks like static noise and gradually transforms it by removing the noise over many steps. Sora is capable of generating entire videos all at once or extending generated videos to make them longer. By giving the model foresight of many frames at a time, we have solved the challenging problem of making sure a subject stays the same even when it goes out of view temporarily. Okay. Similar to GPT model, Sora uses transformer architecture, unlocking superior scaling performance. Okay. We represent videos and images as a collection of smaller units of data called patches, each of which is akin to a token in GPT. By unifying how we represent data, we can train diffusion transformers on a wider range of visual data that was possible before, spanning different durations, resolutions, and aspect ratios. Interesting. Sora builds on past research of DALI and GPT models. It uses the recaptioning techniques from the DALI 3, which involves generating highly descriptive captions for visual training data. As a result, the model is able to follow the user's text instructions in the generated video more faithfully. Some problem that I have with for example, Midjourney is that if I say to Midjourney, "Hey, generate for me something," it sometimes it fails to imagine those things. It it's very hard with Midjourney. I mean, I say about Midjourney because I think it's the nearest visual things that you can, the best image generator so far that I've seen. It's hard to steer it into the right direction. So if you say, "Hey, generate for me a train that is going through a bridge," it's going to be really hard to steer it so that to describe what exactly do you have in your mind, and it doesn't really follow your instructions that well. That's my biggest problem with Midjourney, and I hope that this one that Sora will be a little bit different. I mean, it's impressive. Like no matter how it's gonna be, it's impressive. In addition to being able to generate video solely from text instructions, the model able to take existing still images and generate a video from it, animating the image's contents with accuracy and attention to small detail. The model can also take an existing video and extend it or fill in the missing frames. Service Sora serves as a foundation for models that can understand and simulate the real world, a capability we believe will be an important milestone for achieving AGI. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff here. Let's have a look if I can find what Sam Altman is writing on Twitter. Okay. Okay, so he is indeed replying people. Okay, let's see. Nice. This is good. A bicycle race on ocean with different animals as athletes riding the bicycles with a drone camera view. Nice. People are so whenever you ask for those things, people for some reason they go into completely crazy mode, right? They start thinking about these crazy things like animals riding bikes on the ocean, whatever. It's it's yeah, but it's not the purpose. What I would do is try to generate just everyday scenarios um so, I don't know, a woman sitting on the desk and her colleagues is coming and asking um, for signing the paper. This is the actual stuff because where would you use this? Where would you use the penguins on the bicycles? Nowhere. This is good. Oh wow, Matish, welcome. Two golden retrievers podcasting on top of mountain, and probably just Sam Altman is just choosing those to make fun, right? Okay, a futuristic drone race in the sunset of a planet Mars. Nice. Uh, a half duck, half dragon flies through a beautiful sunset with a hamster dressed in adventure gear on its back. Nice. Street level tour through a futuristic city which is in harmony with nature and also simultaneously cyberpunk, high tech. The city should be clean with advanced futuristic trams, beautiful fountains, giant holograms everywhere, and robots all over. Yeah, that's quite accurate. That's the previous version. Okay, yeah. A wizard wearing a pointed hat and a blue robe with a white stars casting a spell that shoots lightning from his hand and holding an old tome in the other hand. That's really cool. I remember when Midjourney came out, I was playing around with Midjourney just to see what it can do. Like the images alone that you can generate with Midjourney, they are already cool for entertainment. You can just go and think about some image like the city that you're living in, whatever, covered in the snow, um, whatever. I don't know, something you can blend the different styles. It's already fun. This is gonna be 10 times more fun. It's really good. It's really good. Um, But those are not the all AI news. That's not all AI news. The another AI news is Gemini 1.5. Gemini 1.5. And if something that we just checked out, this is just for the entertainment system, entertainment industry in general. This is a Gemini 1.5. I think this is so relevant for software engineering. I think this is the game changer for software engineering. This is something that I've been telling all the time, that we need to get to the model that is a little bit smarter than GPT-4, and you can feed the whole database, the whole code base of your project, of your org. And if we can do that, that's gonna allow a next step of applications that you can develop. So let's have a look what they have here. I'm gonna smash a like immediately, because I know that I'm gonna like it.
This is a demo of long context understanding, an experimental feature in our newest model, Gemini 1.5 Pro. We'll walk through some example prompts using the Three.js example code, which comes out to over 800,000 tokens. We extracted the code for all of the Three.js examples and put it together into this text file, which we brought into Google AI Studio over here. We asked the model to find 3 examples for learning about character animation. The model looked across hundreds of examples and picked out these 3. One about blending skeletal animations, one about poses, and one about morph targets for facial animations. All good choices based on our prompt. In this test, the model took around 60 seconds to respond to each of these prompts, but keep in mind that latency times might be higher or lower, as this is an experimental feature we're optimizing. Next, we asked, what controls the animations on the littlest Tokyo demo? As you can see here, the model was able to find that demo, and it explained that the animations are embedded within the GLTF model. Next, we wanted to see if it could customize this code for us, so we asked, show me some code to add a slider to control the speed of the animation. Use that kind of GUI the other demos have. This is what it looked like before on the original Three.js site. And here's the modified version. It's the same scene, but it added this little slider to speed up, slow down, or even stop the animation on the fly. It used this GUI library the other demos have, set a parameter.
I'm not really aware of all the libraries that using here, but the point is that it's the context window of 1 million token. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? If GPT-4 has the context window of what the maximum one of, I think, 1,000, sorry, not 1,000, 100,000, 100,000 something. This one has a million. What the hell?
Parameter called animation speed and wired it up to the mixer in the scene. Like all generative models, responses aren't always perfect.
Even more, not 1 million. I think 10 million.
There's actually not an init function in this demo like there is in most of the others. However, the code it gave us did exactly what we wanted. Next, we tried a multimodal input by giving it a screenshot of one of the demos. We didn't tell it anything about this screenshot and just asked where we could find the code for this demo, seen over here. As you can see, the model was able to look through the hundreds of demos and find the one that matched the image. Next, we asked the model to make a change to the scene, asking, how can I modify the code to make the terrain flatter? The model was able to zero in on one particular function called generate height and showed us the exact line to tweak. Below the code, it clearly explained how the change works. Over here, in the updated version, you can see that the terrain is indeed flatter, just like we asked. We tried one more code modification task using this 3D text demo over here. We asked, I'm looking at the text geometry demo and I want to make a few tweaks. How can I change the text to say goldfish and make the mesh materials look really shiny and metallic? You can see the model identified the correct demo and showed the precise lines in it that need to be tweaked. Further down, it explained these material properties, metalness and roughness, and how to change them to get a shiny effect. You can see that it definitely pulled off the task and the text looks a lot shinier now. These are just a couple examples of what's possible with a context window of up to 1 million multimodal tokens in Gemini 1.5 Pro.
1 million tokens. 1 million tokens, it means that you can take your whole code base with everything in it and you can put it into the model, and you can actually interact with your code base. So I think this is a complete game changer for software industry. Because so far we were limited, and that was one of the biggest problems. We were limited to what we have. We need to copy paste, right? So if I write some code, I need to point into which direction. I need to take the code and paste it, and then at some point it gets more stupid because it doesn't, because you already pasted so much code. Now, if you can remove this thing, and if you can just upload basically your whole code base and then interact with the model, and it's gonna be as capable as interacting with a few lines, this totally changes it. Because now suddenly you can. Here's one of the problems with those models. They don't understand the bigger picture. If you have a bug that is going through, let's say, 4 different classes, they cannot really debug it. They cannot really understand because they don't have the enough context window to understand what's going on. But now, if this thing is gonna be available, that's gonna be possible. That's gonna be possible. This is so awesome. Look at this.
This is a demo of long context understanding, an experimental feature in our newest model, Gemini 1.5 Pro.
1 million token. How the hell is it even possible? This is such a game changer. You can, especially for the Salesforce, you can not only paste just your whole Apex code, you can paste just all your metadata that you have, all your metadata, completely, everything. That's crazy.
We'll walk through a screen recording of example prompts using a 402-page PDF of the Apollo 11 transcript, which comes out to almost 330,000 tokens. We started by uploading the Apollo PDF into Google AI Studio and asked, find 3 comedic moments, list quotes from this transcript, and emoji. This screen capture is sped up. This timer shows exactly how long it took to process each prompt, and keep in mind that processing times will vary. The model responded with 3 quotes.
Oh, come on, that's still quick. What, 30 seconds for what? For how many tokens? 300,000 tokens?
The model responded with 3 quotes. Like this one from Michael Collins. I'll bet you a cup of coffee on it. If we go back to the transcript, we can see the model found this exact quote and extracted the comedic moment accurately. Then we tested a multimodal prompt. We gave it this drawing of a scene we were thinking of and asked, what moment is this? The model
Is Google using Mac OS in their demo? Don't they have their own Google Chromebook?
correctly identified it as Neil's first steps on the moon. Notice how we didn't explain what was happening in the drawing. Simple drawings like this are a good way to test if the model can find something based on just a few abstract details. And for the last prompt, we asked the model to cite the timecode of this moment in the transcript. Like all generative models, responses like this won't always be perfect. They can sometimes be a digit or 2 off. But let's look at the model's response here. And when we find this moment in the transcript, we can see that this timecode is correct. These are just a few examples of what's possible with a context window of up to 1 million multimodal tokens in Gemini 1.5 Pro.
How? 1 million? What the hell? 1 million, that's crazy. Where can we read more about this? That's gonna change. That's the game changer. That's the game changer. Okay, Gemini 1 comes with a standard. Okay, this is the context window. What's 128,000 token context window. But starting today, a limited group of developers and enterprise customers can try it with a context window of up to 1 million tokens. The question is, so we've seen already, for example, the OpenAI, the GPT-4 with the GPT-4 Turbo with increased context window. And what was the another one? The another model. What was its name? I don't remember the name. But I remember the Amadeus. No. Damn it, I forget the model. So there's another competing. Oops, I closed. Closed. There's another competing model with the GPT GPT-4, and it claimed that they have also the same context window. But the problem was that the context window, yes, it was good there, but it kind of degraded the more token you go. And this is something that you can also see with the chat GPT. If you chat too much in one chat, it doesn't know what happened in the beginning of the chat. So yeah, this is the problem that we have. So it's like the context window in itself is not that important. It's much more important if we have the same capabilities, if the capabilities are staying basically the same. Do they write something about those things? Yeah, look, cloud. This is what I was. Yeah, cloud 2.1. Okay, so up to 10 million in research. What the hell? 10 million. Wow. 1 hour video, 11 hours audio, 30,000 lines of code. That's crazy. Gemini 1.5 is built upon our leading research on transformer MO architecture. While traditional transformer functions as one of large neural network, more models are divided into smaller expert neural networks. Okay. Okay. This is greater context. Okay, this is interesting. An AI model's context window is made up of tokens, which are the building blocks used for processing information. Tokens can be entire parts of sections of words, images, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, I see, but what about how good are those million tokens? It's not enough to just have a million tokens. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, so 100,000 lines of code, that covers like 90% of orgs in Salesforce that you could have. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. That's the game changer for software.
This is a demo of long context understanding, an experimental feature in our newest model, Gemini 1.5 Pro. We'll walk through a screen recording of example prompts using a 44-minute Buster Keaton film, which comes out to over 600,000 tokens. In Google AI Studio, we uploaded the video and asked, "Find the moment when a piece of paper is removed from the person's pocket and tell me some key information on it with the timecode." This screen capture is sped up, and this timer shows exactly how long it took to process each prompt. And keep in mind that processing times will vary. The model
Still,
gave us
under
this
1 minute
response,
is good.
explaining that the piece of paper is a pawn ticket from Goldman & Company pawnbrokers with the date and cost, and it gave us this timecode 1201. When we pulled up that timecode, we found it was correct. The model had found the exact moment the piece of paper is removed from the person's pocket, and it extracted text accurately. Next, we gave it this drawing of a scene we were thinking of and asked, what is the timecode when this happens? This is an example of a multimodal prompt, where we combine text and image in our input. The model returned this timecode, 1534. We pulled that up and found that it was the correct scene. Like all generative models, responses vary and won't always be perfect. But notice how we didn't have to explain what was happening in the drawing. Simple drawings like this are a good way to test if the model can find something based on just a few abstract details, like it did here. These are just a couple examples of what's possible with a context window of up to 1 million multimodal tokens in Gemini 1.5 Pro.
Yeah, I mean, that's really crazy. If they really make it 1 million so that we can, without losing the quality, that's crazy stuff here. That's crazy stuff. Okay, so that was enough AI. What, almost 1 hour of exploring those things. I mean, they gonna change. They're gonna change the world. We need to keep an eye on them, because there's a chance that I might need to tweak my business model because of them, right? If my business model was doing some shots for the videos, I would definitely tweak my business model now. But for now, I don't see any threat from AI at this point. But I also would like to see how we could integrate it. If that's going to be beneficial for my students, why not? But for now, I also don't see how to integrate these things. Okay, so the thing that we've been doing the last time, yesterday on the stream, I was creating this post, and this post turned out to be performing really good. Really good. So what's the plan for today? The plan for today is to make a poll in Discord server. For those who didn't join the Discord server, join. I'm gonna make a poll here, what people actually want to see, and I'm planning on organizing just Discord alone event, because we've got a lot of people, and I think if we do just Discord only event, we can kind of shake up a little bit, and make a little bit more happening there. Yeah, but I don't really know what event to do, so this is something that I would like to think through. Yeah, that's the plan for today. And then we also need to fix my webinar page, and the webinar page should be able to accept emails. Yeah, basically we need to accept the emails. That's the thing. Let me log in here. And as always, it doesn't really work. Okay. Webinar. Okay, so here, let's wait until it's gonna be, until it loads. So slow, everything. Okay, so this is my webinar page, and I want it so that when I click on it, there's a pop-up. That's what I want. But for now, it doesn't really work. Edit with Elementor. Let's see. Okay, finally. Okay, what if we do it like this? You know what? I'm gonna do a very small break. Let's do a coffee break. 11:18 till 11, say 23. Oh no, now it's 19:25. It's like this. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I will be back. Hey. Wait, let me. Why is your page so slow? Yeah, that sucks. I already told the story. Wait, let me tell the story. I will never get tired of telling the story. So basically, because I don't have that much money, right? My idea was, wait, I'm muted. No, I'm not muted. So my idea was, why do I need? I am now a founder, right? I'm not gonna develop anything myself. I'm gonna go and hire someone hire someone who will do the website for me. So I hired the company in Ukraine who have done the website for me. And when we were testing the website, I saw how slow it is. And I was like, "Hey guys, it's going to be not that slow in production, right?" And they said, "Yeah, totally. We will do it so fast once we deploy. We will optimize here and there a few things and it's going to be lightning fast. It's going to be really good." And I was, okay, that sounds awesome. Yeah, let's do it. And we finished. The website looks good. I like how it looks. I like the functionality of the website. I have my lead magnet there. We deploy it, and guess what? It's still slow. It's still super slow. And then I go back to them and I say, "Hey guys, you promised me, and I have it written, that it's gonna be much quicker." And they said, "But it is quick." It is quick. And I'm showing them, look at this. I wait 3 seconds until the website is loaded. It's not normal. And they say, "Oh, this is normal. This is just how all the websites work." And I'm like, "What the hell are you telling me?" This is not, this is, am I, what? I don't spend time on internet or what? It's not supposed, the website is not supposed to be that slow. Um, yeah, but that's it. That's our whole interaction. So I don't wanna deal with them anymore. Um, yeah, But it's a WordPress page, shouldn't be so slow. I mean, it takes like 10 seconds. Yes, exactly. It shouldn't be so slow, right? It's like the WordPress. I know a lot of WordPress sites. They work quick. Have you done some server debugging? I have zero idea about. That's the thing. I have zero idea about WordPress. I have zero idea about WordPress. If it was with the Next.js or something, I probably could have debugged it a little bit. But I have no idea about. Yeah, even with the thing is, I had my website, like the previous one, on the WordPress, and I've done it myself. I've done with Elementor all the elements. It sucked, but it was quick because I've done it just with Elementors without any plugins or something. With just Elementor, it was good. It wasn't lightning fast, but it was much better than this one. So yeah, and then they do you know where it's hosted? I don't really know. So they said that the problem might be with the hosting because it takes a lot of time to request for the hosting. But I don't think it's true because my last website, it was exactly on the same hosting and it was much quicker, so much quicker, and we didn't change the hosting. So they say the only thing that we changed is that they did their development on the website. That's the only thing that changed. So if they say that it's a problem with the hosting, I don't believe. What's the provider? The provider is Hostik. You probably don't know it because it's a Ukrainian one. This one, hostik.ua. That's the provider. But the server, I think the server is... Let me change to English. I think the server is in US. Yeah, I think the server itself is in Canada or something. I'm not really sure where to see this thing, but I remember when I was setting up the hosting itself, I asked to do it there. So yeah, it kind of sucks. But it's also, I don't think it's that important because this is my Cloud Prism website. I'm using a web page to collect user data, users book pay. Yeah, they can. I don't have it now. So now they can't really pay. But as soon as I have my visa, I will I will include it for sure. So the idea is, look at this, how long it takes. Loading. Loaded. And I think it was even quick. Because I think it has in cache something. Sometimes I think it takes even more time. Yeah, here if you click on purchase, you just get this pop-up. With the image that doesn't work. And then apply. The same. So yeah. You need to look into this to be compliant with the GDPR if you want European customers. Yeah, what do you mean with the GDPR? I mean, I think I'm good with the GDPR. Oh, damn it, no, I'm not really good. No, I have to. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know. I don't think that people care about GDPR. I mean, I don't think that anyone cares about my GDPR at this point, because I don't even have a registered business. Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely something that I should think about. That's a good point. But I don't, yeah, I don't have, not money, not nothing. User data sharing to third-party countries is only allowed if users agree. Agree. Yeah, that's true. I don't know where's my server located. I have no idea. And we do save the data. So I have like an email list where you go and you can take the course. So here's this one, the free course. So yeah, I don't actually know those things. I hope that no one's gonna complain or something, because I mean, my business is so small. Are there any exceptions for small businesses? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I agree. The design is nice. It just takes forever to load the thing. The main point is you want to show your customers that you care to protect the data, right? I don't care. I don't care at this point. It's not that I don't wanna protect the data or something. Um, the I don't have. If I had some revenue, if I had something more meaningful, then I can spend resources on those things. But if I have zero revenue, like, that doesn't make sense to spend time on it, right? And so far I have zero revenue, so what should I book with you? Yeah. Well, I would say most of my bookings, they go without the landing page at all. Like, most of my bookings, they go just from LinkedIn. So we don't have any GDPR in LinkedIn, right? So people just write me on LinkedIn and we just book a session and that's it. And the same approach for the landing page. The landing page is basically, I don't think that, like, no one's gonna click here and buy from here, I'm sure. The landing page is here just to have, basically, for this element. The spending is basically zero, just a few thoughts and changing set up, you're good to go. I'm not so sure, like, to send an email, for example, for people. I know that according to the GDPR, you need to, if you're going to an email list, you need to have a second confirmation that you're going to the that you are accept being in this email list. That's what I know. And setting up this automatic emails to people, that's something. So it's not a question of, I think you can set up with for free basically, but it's a question of where do I want to spend my time. Yeah, I know it's not complicated, but I need to set up those things. Like, it's gonna cost me, what, a day? I just don't see a point of setting up these things unless I have revenue. Like, all of this doesn't matter if you have zero revenue. Like, I think it's over preparation for when we have revenue, when I can at least collect some money, then I can set up those things. I don't plan to do anything. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna be back now. Let me take the break. 31 till 35. Gonna be right back, guys.
grips pretty loose on the plot. Glitter in the gold, I wanna scream Geronimo as I fall down a hole in my thoughts. Yeah, pretend you got a grip, but fingers tend to slip, so it's better you embrace them. See, falling is freedom, and I feel my realest the moment I take my hands off. Yeah, control is an illusion. You got it, you stupid, you hold no cards in your hand. Blind luck to find purpose, look like the same person. Don't hold too tight on your plans.
Alright, I'm back. So, what did I want to do? So I wanted to give the email here, right? So I need to have a pop-up. I'm not really sure even how to call it. Is it a pop-up or something else? Probably it's something else. Yeah, let's edit this thing. Okay, let's see. What is the trigger? Okay. What are the archives? That doesn't seem like the correct one. Not this one? What are other names for pop-up in WordPress? Model. I would call it model. Let's see if there's something model in WordPress. Not WordPress, Elementor. Okay, so it is called pop-up. Yeah, okay, this is approximately what I wanna have. So it's a thing called model, or wait, is it an add-on? Oh wait, it's an add-on. Do I have native ways of doing this? This also add-on. I can't believe that the way I have it now doesn't work. Advanced. look, open by selector. Is it possible if I take this here, this thing, and if I put it here, it's gonna work. Let's see. Might be also hosting problem actually, so that... But I would rather say that we have so much on the website that it's probably the website problem. Why is it so slow? Okay, refreshed. Blocked. What if I do like this? Should be quite easy, but because I bet this is some kind of functionality that is used so many times. It's just that I have no idea about about WordPress. That's why I'm struggling with this thing.
You don't care what you're doing to me. I've been down in the ruins so deep. All the games that you played, all the love you forsaken, you let it slip away.
Oh, come on.
You don't care what you're doing
Yeah,
to me. Every setback
not this.
tap every time you say you gon' change. Say you get it, you regret it, I forgive it, but you stay the same. You should cry an ocean for me.
Okay.
For the dumb shit that
Let's have a look at a few
like when the
videos.
user is trying to exit, or maybe you want to link the pop-up to a button. Let's get started. To create a pop-up, we're going to go to our website's dashboard, and then under Elementor, we're going to click Templates. To make a pop-up, you need to have Elementor Pro. If you don't have it, you can get it at the first link in the description. Once you go to Templates, click Add New, then from Select, choose Pop-up. You can name it whatever you want, but I'm going to call mine's Pop-up, and click Create Template. The first thing Elementor is going to show you is a bunch of pre-made pop-up templates. For example, if I try inserting this one, and you can see that I have it right here, let's say that I want to change this picture. Because this pop-up is pre-made, it's really hard to see where this picture is. Is it in this column up here? Well, I can click the column, go to Style, and the picture's not here. Is it in the whole section? Well, I can click the section up here, go to Style, and that's why it's not a good idea to always use templates. Instead, I'm going to show you how to make a pop-up from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and undo all of this to start Elementor section. And also its width. So like this, you could have a side pop-up, or here in position, you could choose the bottom. So let me go back and undo all of this and go back to heading. And I'm just like this, assuming that you already have a pretty good, I'll go to example.
Yeah, I know how to create it.
And offer for you, or wait, check out. Next, you want to show it. So let's click add a pop-up. To do that, let's click publish. And here under conditions, it asks you where do you want to show it. So let's click add a condition. And we can show it here on our entire website. But this can be kind of annoying because every time somebody goes to a different page on your website, it shows up. So I like to make it only show up on the home page. So here, instead of entire site, let's go to singular for like a singular page. And then instead of all singular, let's look for pages. And then in pages, instead of all, let's do just the home page. So I'll type in home.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that's helpful. Let's go here. Singular. Pages. Webinar. Okay. Triggers. But that's the thing that I want to set a trigger on the element. I think the issue is twofold. There's 404 in get request of post CSS, both around 400 milliseconds minimum, sometimes way longer, and then long request time in fetching the schema for the page. Okay. Post CSS. Okay, that's strange. Sometimes way longer. But I'm not really sure what what to do with this information though. Times fetching the schema for the page. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, if we have some kind of requests that are blocking the loading of the page, that kind of sucks. The Epic Man, welcome. Illuminati, I'm not learning. I'm trying to set up a pop-up for the WordPress. Server location is not the issue. It is in the Netherlands. Oh, okay, it's good. That's good. I mean, majority of people who will go there will be probably US. I would say like half will be probably US. 40% maybe US. 40%. Yeah, like 40% US. 20% Europe, and all the remaining percentage probably just random people. How do you see those things? So if I go to Cloud Prism, let me go here to the Cloud Prism, inspect. Inspect network. Okay, that was way too quick. That was way too quick. Wait, where's the in private? DNS lookup and then IP location. Okay, but I mean those things that take a lot of time to load. The network, right? That looks like it takes a lot of time to load, right? Schema. Okay. Wait, so all of this loading is basically this whole one request of almost contacts form. Waiting for the server response. Both. There are also CSS requests that end up in 404 and that add load. 4.7 seconds waiting for the server response. So that's so basically the server response. This is the bottleneck, I guess. But why? Is it that I have a shitty server? I don't think so. I mean, none of the servers should be, unless you use some kind of free tier of some company, none of them should be that bad. Basically, all of them take 4 seconds waiting for the server response. Here's what I think my explanation is for now. They reworked the whole website. They installed this plugin for basically courses, and this plugin, that's what slows down everything, because to load this plugin it takes a lot of time. This is what I think. So I think it's a problem that they're using a shitty plugin, and that's why it takes such a long time. It's AdHub. Yeah, it's AdHub. Is it a known one? Eternal return. What the fuck is that? Tab WordPress. Because it's from the tutor LMS, okay. Okay, so all the articles that I see there about just WordPress in general, so it might be also just WordPress. We do have some plugins installed that we are not really using. Maybe it's one of the plugins that is using this thing. That is causing this thing. So look at this contact form. What happens if I just go to the contact form? What if it's indeed some kind of no? It's the issue. It's usually performs really well. You don't think that that's the problem? But look at this. Those requests, they take a lot of time, right? Where's the timing? 4 seconds waiting for the server response. Let me refresh with the cache. Are you using any caching plugin? Yeah, I do. I'm not really sure which one, but I remember that they set up caching plugin. Where are my plugins? GraphQL, I should delete GraphQL plugin. Where can I see all the plugins? Plugin. Still plugins. Okay, so anti-spam. I had anti-spam, now it's not that relevant anymore. So I have how many plugins? Oh, what? I have 46 plugins. What did I do all of them? Whoa, what? Is it possible because I have 46 plugins? I never use more than 10. I don't even know. I literally didn't know what all of them do. Thousands of registered users. Turns on site high speed to be attractive for people in search engines. Wow. And then speed optimizer. And then tutor LMS, Elementor add-ons. I totally agree. That's quite a zoo. User front end. I don't even know what they do, those plugins. What the hell? The GraphQL is the only one that I installed. Yoast SEO. They like I have like how many SEO plugins do I have? 1, 2, 3. 3? Just 3. Nice. We definitely can. Let me write something to Igor so that he checks. Okay, so I think that might be actually the reason, because we have so many plugins. So imagine when the page loads, probably maybe there are some plugins that are just super slow. Learn-AdHub, Uncanny, and Tutor. That's 4 learning course plugin alone. I'm sure it could be optimized. Yeah, the thing is, I don't really know what they're using. I probably should go back to those guys who implement for me, and because I don't know, if I delete now, let's say I delete Uncanny, how do I know that they're not using it? Automator. Nah, don't do it just yourself. Yeah, so I should go to them, right? I should ask them. Oh, so it shows that the guys don't know what they're doing. Okay. That's good to hear because I suspected it. I suspected it. I mean, the design that they've done really good, but all the other experience, and so they hired the designer, and the designer, she was really good. I really like the design. Yeah, I'm gonna write them. I'm definitely gonna write them. So. I suspect, they won't be I guess they don't even know themselves. Caching security and so on. Yeah. Yeah. How many accelerator there? We have this accelerator. Turns out high speed to be attractive. But that's not the only one. It's not the only one that we have, right? There are multiple. So there's basically for, let's say I need the add hub functionality, the course functionality, the caching functionality, the table, blah blah. So we have like 5 pieces of functionality that I have. And for each of them, we have like 3 different plugins. And I guess I know why it happened. It's because they installed one plugin and then it didn't really work. Or it worked, but only to some extent. So they installed another one to cover for maybe the missing functionality. Something in this. Something like this has happened. Sure, that's how it goes. Yeah, but this is I thought they were actually writing the code. I'm not really sure that why. Yeah, this is mess. This is what happens when you try to be cheap on the company that develops for you the website. That's what happens. At this point, I can almost code myself this whole thing in Next.js, but I won't do it because that's not what I'm supposed to do. I really don't want to do that. Yeah, I mean, is to have plugin HGN since plugin are the #1 attack vectors. Yeah, that's true, and that's true. Like that's so for learn Apex, what is the course actually doing? Hosting courses on there. Yeah, I do host course on there. So with this one, it's good because we control with everything, right? With the Learn Apex, we control everything, and look how quick is the website. The website is really quick, and we control everything. I know everything that's happening there. I have the full understanding, and if something goes wrong there, I will be able to debug those things. But with the WordPress, I have no idea. I even failed to do the pop-up for the WordPress. So yeah, I'm hosting their course. So if you go here, if it loads the course and you go through the course, and on the course you have you have basically, it's a free course. That the idea behind this course is to have a lead magnet for people. And that's quite funny. When I was thinking what kind of lead magnet to do, I just looked up what people like competitors have, and I just tried to do it better and for free. And I think it works. I think it works quite well. Yeah, so this is my lead magnet basically. They host it here, and it takes forever to load any page here. Yeah, I mean, maybe if we really clean up the plugins, maybe we will be able to. Maybe it's gonna get better. There's possible that it's like somewhere one plugin that is not really used, but that is messing up everything. Not necessarily the plugin itself, but maybe some kind of setting within the plugin. I don't know. Maybe the cache, all the 3 cache plugins that they installed. Maybe one of them is set up wrong, and yeah. But the style is good, so I think the style is good. I mean, if that's a lead magnet, imagine how effective it could be if the website. Yeah, exactly. This is so shitty because when you have a lead magnet, if your lead magnet is sucks, which being slow is also an element of being bad, right? It's not a nice experience. Then it's not the lead magnet that I want to have. It's not the experience that I want to show as a first touch with someone who might buy my stuff. This is also what I see a lot of people do. They are like, oh wow, I need a lead magnet. Let me create some really fluffy stuff. Let me create really shitty. I don't know. They spend basically a day creating a lead magnet, and and then they try, and it still works to some extent. But I don't think it's not definitely not my style. I have spent 3 months writing this course. 3 months. Yeah, that's my rant basically on these things. I'm not really sure, so I still don't have the pop-up though. I still don't have the pop-up. I don't know, the WordPress is supposed to be super intuitive and super easy, but it's somehow it's not that easy.
And it found it right there. So we're going to select home. Now it'll only show on the home page. Next here we have some triggers, things that will make the pop-up show up. So it's only going to show up in the home page. That's where. And now we have to say when. So do you want it to show up as soon as the page loads? You know, if you want the pop-up to show right away, you can turn this on. You want it to show up when somebody scrolls down? Do you want it to show up when they click on a specific, widget or element? When they click on some part of the website? After a few minutes? Or on page exit intent. Now, pop-ups are really annoying to most users. So I like using on exit intent because this means that the person is already about to leave your website. So, they're going to leave anyways. It's good to use a pop-up as a last.
This is the most annoying type of pop-ups. If you want to leave the website, you don't want to get another pop-up. Like, I hate them, and I'm not going to implement for my as well. You want to leave, you want to just close, and they're like, you want to leave us email? No, I just want to leave.
Last-ditch effort to try to get them to stay on your website a little bit longer or interact with your company a little bit more. So I like using this one. Let's turn it on. And this works by tracking their mouse. So when their mouse goes to close the tab or to switch to another tab, this automatically triggers the pop-up. Then we have advanced rules. Here we can pick if you want the pop-up to show up after they visited a few pages or a few sessions or X amount.
Well, I don't want to pop up. I don't know how to call it. When I click here, it should show me this one, the email. Leave the email. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not even sure that it's called pop-up though, because what I see is that it should happen. Basically, I already have this thing here. This one. This is what I want, but with my own very simple form. And I don't know how they've done it, because if I go and edit this page, I cannot see how they've done this thing, because they basically provided for me this kind of interface where I can modify the text, but I don't see the underlying what they're using. And I cannot even change this thing, right? So I could just go to them and ask to do this thing, but I want to do as little as possible with them stuff. It's a template that is linked when you click the button and which opens on click. So basically like this one, right? Okay, what if I do just a normal template? That's what you're saying? What if I just have a normal template? Where is it? Templates. So I clicked here on the pop-up, but what if I just, the template itself is then just a WordPress page is built with Elementor. Okay. So I clicked here on the pop-up when I was trying to set up this thing. What if I just add a new, let's say, okay, so what you say is that I add a new page. Template itself is just a WordPress page that's built with Elementor. So let's say I have here a page. Where's the pages? Add a new page. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Because what I see from this pop-up thing, it's only possible to set up as an actual pop-up, not the model. What I actually want is probably not a pop-up called just model something. Model with email. And now, as always, it's gonna take forever to load. And thank you for all the help, Collaborative Rocker. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I might disagree with you on certain things with enable safe mode. No. What did I click? Why would I click this thing? On the GDPR, but I appreciate the help. This comes up when Elementor takes too long. Okay. The Elementor mode save. Right. Whatever. So let's say we have here. Okay. So see, it's not really a problem with some plugin, right? So it's because this problem, it persists in the WordPress itself. If I just navigate through the pages in the WordPress, then it also takes a lot of time. On which page was the example that you wanted to have? It was on the main page here. This one. So this is how it looks. This is how it looks. This page. If editing, so I don't really see any way to see how they, where is the kind of on-click trigger or something. That if, for example, so I kind of suspect that it's somewhere internally or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, so if I create here a form, um, I don't think that's. I mean, I know that I can disable all the footer, header, and all of these things. I know that I can disable them, but first I don't remember. Don't remember exactly how. From validation steps, but it doesn't matter because I want to have this thing as a model basically. So it's a pop-up with a contact form in it. So this is the way I have it. So this is the pop-up with a contact form in it. The thing that I failed to do is that I failed to trigger this thing. Because if I set up here, I can only have on click, right? But this is not what I want, because I don't want to have on click just anywhere. I want to have on click on the button. So it means that probably, and this is what I found, if I go here and if I go to settings, advanced, I can see here open by selector. And this is something that I would assume would trigger this pop-up from the webinar page. So if on the webinar page, if I have here link, in my mind, it should be, what's the short quote of the pop-up? How can you call embedded? That's the thing that you mean, or something else? Because this is, in my mind, that's the thing. Set your pop-up conditions. And what are the pop-up conditions? Okay, display conditions. Let's say I'm gonna say on click. Maybe that's gonna be in some way related. Let me update. That's a good question. How can I... Okay, what if I can do something like this webinar and then link page not found, of course, page not found. Yeah, that was something like this. Yeah, link pop-up. This is the ID. I just left it as a default ID. So this link, this is the ID. Or maybe this is a post. I don't know. This is the WordPress ID, I guess, of the page. So this is not needed. So here I just need to find a way to basically button open pop-up Elementor on link click. Yeah, that's what I want on link click. So they have here open by selector. This is the pop-up settings. But they have here an example link pop-up, right? They have an example in the text. Subscribe by clicking here. This is I think this is the right thing. I just don't get it how to implement this thing for the button, not for the link. Okay. So this is the link pop-up. Yeah, I already tried everything. So I already tried this one as well. I already tried this one. I tried also without this thing here in the beginning. None of them seem to work. But this is the right one, right? This is the right approach. But what is this thing? Subscribe open a new tab. Okay. Open new tab. Do they have any video or something? On-click pop-up in Elementor. Yeah, let's
Hey
do.
guys, Cassie here. Today we'll create.
Just try. Okay, let's try. I mean, I started the update. Where's the? Still updating. Still updating. And let me probably modify this pop-up because triggers, yeah, on click. I don't want to have on click. Okay, now I want to update this one. It takes so long to update. Just reload the website takes so long. I think I don't need to fix it until the launch. But the question is it something fixable? That's the question. Without rewriting everything. I'm definitely not gonna hire the guys again. Sometimes being cheap helps, sometimes it doesn't. This is an example where it doesn't. Hiring a junior developer, I think, was a really good idea. Elaine, great. Welcome. How is your business going on? So if you're new here, what I'm trying to build is this platform, learnapex.com, and that's going to be the platform for teaching how to code in the Salesforce industry. So it's very niche industry. It's not Python or Java or something. It's Salesforce. And what I'm doing now is instead of launching the platform, I'm going to use this platform that I developed in the last, say, 2 months for running my 12-week cohort-based course. And currently I'm trying to set up a whole funnel for the webinar. And currently, at this point, I'm trying to make this button work. Look at this. What the hell? It works. It works. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Submission successful. Ah, this is awesome. Let me go and check submissions. The last step that the submission should be there. I think I cannot show you the submissions because there might be other submissions from other people. So I'm gonna check it here. Submissions. Look at this. No, this. Wait, that's the old one. This is the new one. Here we go. It works. Now I also need to do this one the same. Should be the same button. I tell you, I tried to do it exactly as you described. I tried. But it only works. It only works when someone else says. And then you have to try it. You have to, but before you try, you have to say that you already tried this approach. If you don't say that you already tried this approach, it's not gonna work. If you say that you tried this approach, then it's gonna work. Okay, let's see what with submissions. Yeah, I do see my submission. Nice, nice, nice. Webinar, and I see that page goes from the webinar. Nice. Awesome. That works finally. I don't know how many times, how much time I spent on this thing. Wow. Okay, let's check that this one works. Yeah, come back to the streams. Oh, come on. I'm gonna write today the guys so that they at least we can fix the plugin issue that we have endless amount of plugin. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. It's really good. I mean, I don't want to have anything more than that. It's totally fine. I don't want to have anything fancy. I think it's good enough. Your submission successful. I don't even want to close it. I think. Yeah, I wonder if it's a good, because the last time I had this type of pop-up, I had so much spam going into my submissions. But it doesn't matter for me. Doesn't matter. If it captures the right people, that's the main thing. So if I say reserve my spot now, I think I need to think about the next steps basically, because when someone is well, what you usually do is implement the honeypot with the form. This is what I was thinking about. Exactly what I was thinking about. Honeypot, Europe's developer-focused job platform. Job platform? Wait, what? You probably mean something else. You probably mean some kind of automation, right? That you have your email, right? And then on this email the user gets notification, and then the whole email marketing pipeline basically kicks in. So I have two choices. Either I'm gonna do it just manually. I'm gonna just basically take all the submissions and manually put them into the beehive, and then I'm gonna send email to everyone. Or I can try to set up some kind of automation where when the submission is happening, then it's gonna trigger the email sequence for a person. That's possible, but I don't think. I actually don't know. Is it worth it? Because I'm not gonna have that many people signing up there. I'm not gonna have a crazy amount of like 2,000 people or something. Honeypot is a hidden field that only machines see, so in case that's populated with the data, you can say it was a bot and thus the submission is deleted. Any human submission will leave the honeypot field empty. Interesting. Honeypots are default with a CF7. Wow. I didn't know that it exists. What is CF7? Honeypot. Let's see. Contact form 7. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. That's interesting. I thought that the only way for that is to implement some kind of captcha. Okay, contact forms. Is it the contact form extension? Most captchas don't work anymore and are also often non-compliant with GDPR. Interesting. Well, if you say that it's easy to set up GDPR compliance checklist, let's see. Is it even something that that applies for me. As always, those optimized articles for search engine where you have to scroll through half of the article to see anything meaningful. Who is required to implement GDPR? If you want, we can have a quick call GDPR and then you can decide whenever it's worth effort or no. I kind of don't think that it's worth the effort actually. So, but thank you for the proposal to do that for the call. But I don't think. So here's the thing: I don't think it's worth it right now because that's basically. Yeah, I already see. So if we have ebook download form, data connected, reason for collection, we need to have those things. I see. I remember having a project where we touched a little bit on this GDPR thing. They ought to be GDPR compliant. Ah, damn it. Damn it. So I have to do that. Let's I mean I totally agree that it's this thing that needs to be done. Like I totally agree that that's something that needs to be done. The question is when. I think I can get away from I think that would be on the to-do list of after the first revenue of the launch. So when I do the launch, I think I'm gonna spend time on it. But before the launch, kind of yeah, I kind of don't think that that's worth it because I'm kind of so I'm burning the money instead of earning the money. I have my mentoring one-to-one with people, and I'm burning money a little bit. So we are a little bit unprofitable at this point. So I don't think that it makes sense to do this before the launch. Yeah. The Europe doesn't make it easier, right? No, I mean this is a good thing. I think that GDPR is a really good thing. I wouldn't want to have the same data thing as, for example, they in US have. I like this GDPR thing. It's just that it takes effort and time and understanding how to implement those things. Yeah, it definitely needs to be done. Definitely needs to be done. Look at this. Nice. Nice. See it from the user perspective. It increases trust in providers and companies you want to give your personal and financial data to. And I had legal issues before with this. Yeah, I agree. I agree. How long do you think it would be to implement this whole thing? It's not something to implement very quick, right? Like because of the competitor who want to piss in my garden. Ah, damn it. $4 hours. Yeah, I mean that's for you probably, right? For the WordPress. So if I wanna implement this thing, I can definitely multiply by 5. So it's gonna be 20 hours. There might be a few issues to address before. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, not that I have competitors that would want to take me down or something. Actually, non-technical. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have anyone of competitors who would want to to take me down or something, but it's still because I'm streaming those things, right? That's in public, everything that I tell. Um, so I have to be really, really, really conscious about those things. But usually from my experience, Germany doesn't really go for smaller businesses like mine. Um, if you don't do anything super wrong, they usually don't do anything. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate your help. I really appreciate your help. I don't know. I need. So here's the thing. I know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finish the setup of my whole marketing, of my whole sales pipeline. And then if I still have time to launch, I'm gonna do that. That is changing this year though. You mean that they're gonna go to the smaller players and gonna see if they can take down us? That's crazy. I mean it's fair. It's fair. It's fair. And in comparison how long it takes to set up a business, for example, in Germany, implementing GDPR is the small time to adapt is over, and now fines are taking to the full extent. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, with the amount of time it takes to set up and all the bureaucracy that you need to set up a business in Germany, for example, that's like implementing GDPR. It's like, well, very tiny step out of all of this. So it's not a huge like deal breaker. But those small things, they kind of here small thing, here, and at the end you're just doing bureaucracy all the time. That's the problem. And I think this is a part that Europe can actually learn from US and UK and other countries. No, not UK. Yeah, US for example. Is that you need to allow people to set up business quick. If it takes, I know, one of my friends, it took them 8 months from start to end to set up a company in Germany. And it should, like, if you're a country where it takes 8 months for someone to set up a company, that's just not that just it's not gonna work. You cannot expect to be a thriving good country where it takes 8 months to set up a company. For people who are living in this country, it's not like that you're me, for example. I'm not coming from completely outside of Germany. That would be understandable, but I'm living in Germany for the last 6 years, and for me it already took 6 months and I still don't have anything. Yeah, I can brag about this. Not brag. I can cry about those things for for a very long time. I hate this. Like how easy it is to set up a business. It's basically it drives the economy. It gives new jobs. It creates new value, and to mess up this part, that's really, really. You can mess up other parts. You can mess up parts with a visa. You can mess up parts with, I don't know, paying for parking slots, whatever. Those parts, they're not critical, but the parts with the registering a business, that's the critical part. Whenever we're setting up a new customer project, GDPR is usually the first thing we're identifying, and then it's being implemented in parallel, basically directing any of our choices of stack, plugins, providers, contractors, and so on. Yeah. In many ways, the EU is overregulated, and it becomes even more with the Digital Service Act that is now in effect. Let's see, what's the Digital Service Act? package. Safer digital space where fundamental rights of users permit to establish playfield for business. For very large online platforms and search engines. These are online platforms, more than 75 million users per month in the EU. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's for large platforms, but probably no. Probably they also want to have it for. If you offer any digital service, yep. For citizens, better protection of fundamental rights, yeah, but what for businesses? For business users and digital service, access to EU-wide markets through platform, level playing field against providers. What? It's now for big providers, but paving the way to future measure of small companies' business. I see. Okay, so very large online platform, hosting services, intermediary services. I see. So it's basically the pyramid of the things that powering the online platforms plus those big platforms. It's not all bad. It gives you a small business the legal means to protect your clients against larger providers. Well, I don't think, yeah, I definitely don't think it's bad. I think it's good. And it's definitely good. For example, at some point my number, for whatever reason, recruiters got the number and I was getting calls from all the recruiter companies. And I like that I have a vehicle to basically say to these companies that, hey, delete all my private info. And I have kind of like illegal leverage over them to say them that you have to delete my personal information that you have. This is a good thing, right? And in general, I kind of like to control my data. I don't really care that much about it being somewhere stored, whatever. I'm not super safety concerned for whatever reason. Bad, good, I don't know. But yeah, but I like to have control around it. GDPR for small businesses. WordPress. It's your perspective as a CEO of a company who has the legal responsibility for all commission reports. Yeah, no, I totally see. No, I mean, you're right. Small businesses. And I have to think about those things because, I mean, I'm in Europe, in Germany, so I have to think about those things. There is no exemption for business any size. That's I mean, that's expected, of course. What did I expect? Okay. So I actually have a meeting now in 15 minutes with mentoring. So I'm gonna go get some tea probably, or coffee or a snack, and gonna start the meeting. Yeah, it was good. It was good. So we set up the main thing. Now there's nothing that prevents me now from setting up the whole sales funnel finally, which I'm gonna be doing over the weekend. And Collaborative Rocker, thank you for joining. I really appreciate your help, and I see your pain. I see your pain with the privacy. I think the bigger you go, the more you need to think about those things. Yeah. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for joining, and those who want to hang out in the meanwhile, join the Discord. And otherwise, see you everyone tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. See you.